Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and my little goblins. We're here with a new patch, and with that new patch brings my little friends called Beetroopers. Don't mess with these bees. They're not your average bees. I was gonna say animals, but it wouldn't make any sense because they're not animals. They're insects. This kind of looks like a bird. Okay, well, let's go over what's in the deck. So for staples, we have one Effect Veiler, we have two Max C, two Ash Blossom, we have two Called by the Grave, two Crossout Designator, and another hand trap we're actually running in the deck is Retaliating Sea, because this card is actually really good in this deck. And let's talk about it real quick. Retaliating Sea is low-key amazing, especially in this deck. So this card, what spell card special summons a monster that everybody's playing right now? I'll give you guys a second. Okay, the second's over. It is the Adventurer combo. So when your opponent plays the Adventurer spell, you automatically get to play Retaliating Sea off of that. Now, they can bounce back the Retaliating Sea, but if for some forsaken reason they forget to, while this card's on the field, while it was summoned like that, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So what does that mean? So that means they can't get value off of their search anymore with the Fateful Adventurer. So let's say they summoned a monster to get Draco back into hand. They now have to play Draco back onto the field to bounce the Retaliating Sea, because if they try to search Wandering Griffin, right, what's going to end up happening if they discard the Draco back isn't getting equipped to the token. So it pretty much, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it pretty much ruins it. It lowers your opponent's card advantage by 1. Because they're not getting that free draw, free search off of Fateful Adventure. So, pretty good. It also has this amazing secondary effect. You can add one Earth insect monster with 1500 attack or less from your deck to your hand. So, the main target is going to be Resonance Insect. And that card is pretty nuts because it lets us go into our Beetroopers, our bigger Beetroopers. And also, the banish effect is insanely relevant in this deck as well. We're going to go into some matches, and we're also going to just show how the deck plays through the matches. And at the end of the video, we're going to talk about what I think about the deck. Just as a reminder to everyone, this Saturday, August 13th, 2022, we are going to be hosting a tournament at 11 a.m. Eastern. And the tournament is going to have $100 prize support. How do you enter? First things first, join the Discord. And if you don't really want to hear anything about that, just join the Discord and ask how you do the rest. But pretty much what it's going to be is you're going to subscribe to my Twitch. You're going to follow and subscribe. And in doing so, gives you a ticket to join the tournament. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be streaming the whole thing. And let me know if you guys have any other questions. And again, if you join the Discord, be easy to answer them there. Bye. Alrighty, guys. We're here for Game 1. And I wanted to go over this Game 1 just to show you an ideal board setup. So, opponent's going to Max C. We're going to Ash Blossom. Don't even worry about it. I don't think they're going to do too much after this. So, a lot of the times with Battle Wolf Sting, a lot of times we're just going to go into DPE, and that's usually the end of your turn. But there are some cases where we can overextend and get a much stronger board. So, this is the board I'm talking about. We can go into Seraphim. And then we can go into DPE. Now, Seraphim, the reason why this is a really good play is because Seraphim can use its quick effect to bring back Sting. And Sting has the other effect where I can tribute another insect monster to negate a monster effect on the field. Most likely our opponent doesn't even know about it. You know what I mean? Because it's so, like, obscure. They're going to ash the Sting search effect. Because remember, Sting also searches for follow-up. So they're just junk Synchron. Sting's going to negate it. And remember, since we actually sent this to the graveyard, we have follow-up with Seraphim to bring it back, and then that can special summon another card. And we popped his back row before end. I mean, pure value. Our opponent concedes, but the main reason we showed this game was to show the initial board. And like I said, the boards aren't crazy with this deck. Like, you don't make these crazy end boards. You just have a lot of interaction with this deck. You, like, mess with your opponent with your hand traps, with instant abilities such as Stinger. So it's pretty fun to play. I enjoyed it, and we went on a pretty big win spree with it, too. All right, so I wanted to showcase this game because this is against Evil Twins, Live Twins, whatever you want to call them. But it shows, I want to show you the power of Sting Lancer just to give you guys an idea of how good this card is. So what does this card do? During the main phase, you can target one insect monster in your graveyard. Guess what? Max C and Retaliating C, both insect monsters. So the reason why it's so good in this deck, because look what we're going to do here. Since we have the second Imperm, we're just going to Imperm the Evil Twin. But what we could do here as well, if he was going to try and use Lilal to bring back Geeksil right there, we could actually interrupted it with Sting Lancer. The reason I also didn't do it is because once I play Sting Lancer, I wouldn't be able to activate the Imperms from my hand. But we're going to get Max C into here, and we're just going to summon our Sting Lancer. We do not pick his Evil Twin Lilal. But we summon our Scale Bomb. Scale Bomb can actually pop our opponent's card too. So, ideally, what should have happened this game, right? Ideally. I'm showing you these games because I'm trying to pick ones that are, like, more interesting than me just steamrolling someone. What should have happened was, before my opponent was going to end their turn, like, before they were trying to leave the main phase, I should have summoned Sting Lancer to get rid of Lilal, so they wouldn't have an option of even going into Lilal on their turn. Not sure. I feel like my opponent could have done something there, but they just didn't. I think they're in a tough spot regardless, but definitely kind of in more an impossible start from the way they're playing. So he artifact Lancias. We just negate it. So the good thing about this counter trap too is if you have an insect monster with 3,000 more attack, you can banish at the end phase, banish a insect monster from your graveyard and reset it on the field. So it's one of those cards that you can recycle. Kind of reminds me of the Salomon Great Trap card. That's a counter. But yeah, my opponent's pretty much donezo right now. We're going to be able to just combo off indefinitely. It's actually pretty disgusting. You go into the Invincible Atlas. Remember this card, you have to tribute a Beetrooper. You have to tribute a insect. So if this is the only card on your field, unless you're going to bring it back with the field spell, don't activate the effect because you'll just sacrifice itself. I did that when I was first playing the deck. Alright, we put on 1,000,000 damage on board. Our opponent was really just screwed, to be honest. I do want to say a lot of these games, well, we're in gold because this is a brand new account that I had to farm up when the whole packs dropped. Because I got unlucky on my main account and I didn't get any of the cards I needed. So, pretty unlucky, but here we are. And I wanted to showcase the deck because the deck I do actually think is pretty damn good. We're just gonna, instead of going to DPE, we're just going to Seraphim against them. I just wanted to try it out. I still think going DPE is probably just better. But I figured, let's just try this out. So I bring back Sting, so we have a negate. And we're playing against Ursura Tick. The one thing I like about Gold is you play against actually different decks rather than the same shit over and over. But I know that's not what you guys want to see. You want to see me playing against meta stuff nonstop. But look, he's trying to bring back the Megapolar, and we put that right back into his deck. So we snipe it right out of his deck, and we get follow-up for the next turn. Our opponent's just absolutely boned. We go into Christian. Now, we go into Christian, but we don't have anything broken like you normally do with the Auroradon and stuff. But what do we do have is we have Access Code Talker, which is pretty much a bajillion damage. And we also have Baron de Fleur. Because remember, Sting is a tuner. So Sting plus a level 8 or plus a 7 and a 1. We have a few ways to go into Baron de Fleur. That's why it's in the list. And yeah, it's pretty much GG from here. We could have comboed way more, by the way. It's just there's no need to. GG. I'm not even going to call my opponent smelly because they're playing a different deck. So. Alright, we're here for the next one. Now, look at this hand. This is a beautiful hand. We have our Renaissance Insect. And we get Max Seed, so we're pretty much not going to be able to do anything this turn anyway. We play Formation, though, because Formation allows us to... If they destroy a monster, we get a token. So we're playing against Dragon Maid, so I'm automatically, with my experience with Dragon Maid, I'm just expecting a free win. Don't want to be disrespectful, but man, ain't it? So we get the Beetrooper. Beetrooper Sting is actually going to be really good here because if he ends up trying to manipulate his graveyard, I can just start putting some of the monsters back. And I think before the end, I am going to put that back. They'll let us get our Descent, because Descent is our extender. Oh, man. Light is about to feel the wrath of my bees. So, first things first, we go into Armor Horn. Armor Horn's going to give us a free normal summon. We get Impermed because Light smells. But again, they're using Dragon Maid, so there's not much they can do about this. You know, we go into Arbalist, and we get Dropleted. Okay, a little annoying, but we have Pin in hand, and he just went through 2 negates. So, there's a pretty high likelihood we can just go Access Code Talker. And the only reason we can go into Unicorn is because they negated the effect of Armor Horn, which would normally prevent me from doing that. So we go into Access Code Talker. We're going to banish a card, pop, and then we summon Descent. And I only banished this card because I knew we were killing him this turn. There's no way we weren't. And boom. GG. Goodbye, baby girl. He had a super poly face down. I guess it doesn't work too well when all your monsters are earth insects. And wind insects. Hello, and this is the last game we're going to showcase. Look at our hand. Look how nice it is. We actually have a lot of stuff to do here. So, this is actually a good hand because we're going to be able to play DPE. We're going to be able to set trap and have follow-up with Sting Sting Lancer. So it'd be able to annoy our opponent with the graveyard, and we'll have a monster negate. So, and now we have no monster negate. Well, they harpies us. We still have annoyances. So they go into Ash Blossom, into Adahara. And we're just going to pop the Halki. Literally, there's nothing they could do. Even if they decide to go into something like, I don't know, like Jet Synchron. Oh, of course he has Called by the Grave. Why not? Obviously. Why would I expect my DPU last? The annoying thing is I have this Nibiru, and I can't really do anything until Nibiru is gone. So we're going to get the Descent, because Descent's going to let us extend. And we're going to special summon Goki Pull, and our opponent concedes. Well, that's kind of lackluster. I'm sorry. That's a bit lackluster, but I'm under the gun. I'm trying to get a lot of these games in right before upload time. Now how did the deck perform, Fatzoid? How did it perform? That's a question everyone's asking. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I will not lie to you. I had a 96% win rate. Not 96, but it was like a 90%. I lost like maybe 3 games. This deck worked very well, but like I said, I was in gold because it's a new account. So take that with a grain of salt. What I'm actually going to do, because I actually like the deck so much, I think I'm just going to save up and make it on my main account. Because I actually want to play this deck and see how far I can go with it with the KC Cup. It might be this exact variation. It might be more. I actually think this deck could perform even better if I like to cross out designators, but I'm thinking like if we up like some of the hand traps, like I think Max C needs to go to 3. I think Max C needs to go to 3. I think Max C maybe not Ash. Max C to 3, maybe Nibiru to 2. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, I really like the ratios in the deck. And the only reason I'm saying Max C to 3 is because Max C plays so well with the Beetrooper Sting Lancer, because it allows you to just be able to mess with your opponent. Being able to mess with your opponent's graveyard and get a search effect for follow-up, which Beetrooper Descent, by the way, one of the best spells in our deck. Pretty awesome. And Flying Sting, again, very good trap as well. In the extra deck, what would I fix here? I'd probably put Apollosa in. Maybe take out Baron de Fleur. I didn't find that many occasions where I actually can summon Baron de Fleur. Besides that one game. I mean, you've seen that one game I did it. But out of all my games, I might have done it like twice. So maybe Baron de Fleur is just not it. We have Win in the deck to Link Climb. Mainly because people are playing Griffin. Griffin's a wind. So since so many people are playing the Adventure Package, this card can take advantage of that. But I don't even know if it's 100% that necessary. It is also nice, a secondary effect. We actually can take advantage of it in this deck, as a lot of the Battle Wasp cards are wind. I think all of them are. Yeah, so we would be able to take some advantage of this. But yeah, I mean, Seraphim at 2 I think feels okay, because sometimes you use one and then you need another one. Armahorn at 2 seems fine too. The deck's really fun though. Like, it's so much fun, and the whole purpose of it again is to just nudge your opponent and make sure that you're winning by little nudges almost. Just to give you an idea, like think about it. We have pretty powerful disruption with Max C, right? Retaliation C, again, pretty powerful. We have Beasting Lancer, again, really annoying. We have We have the combo with the Seraphim and the Sting the Poison. Again, really annoying. And Sting the Poison can add Arbalest to the hand after you resummon it off Seraphine, which gives you follow-up with it. So which is, again, really annoying. And not to mention, like, our extenders like Scale Bomber and Sting the Poison, like, these cards, they have, like, annoying effects. So, like, if I Scale the Bomber, like, let's say I summon a monster, summon an insect, and activate Scale the Bomber's effect to special summon it, they max C me, and let's say the monster I had on the field was Sting the Poison, right? Or even just, let's say it was, like, Renaissance insect, right? Scale the Bomber's effect's really annoying for them to deal with anyway, so even if I just pass, I have a way at least destroying a monster that they have. They have to watch out for this effect. And with me attributing a Renaissance insect to this effect, it gives me access to Sting Lancer quicker, and I'll be able to use that to, again, annoy my opponent, because that's pretty much what this deck does. It annoys the opponent, and you win with incremental advantage. You don't win with, like, a big overpowering board. And I kind of like how the turns aren't like these 40-minute turns. Like, don't get me wrong, you can combo off and link climb, like, very easily with this deck, but it's not like 40-minute turns. But yeah, I think extra deck, I think the choice, what we should do is maybe get rid of Baron de Fleur and put in Apollousa. Apollousa seems like it's the play there. And I know I see a lot of people, they try running Scout Buggy, like Beetrooper Scout Buggy, but I didn't find that card very useful, to be completely honest. I thought it was a little awkward. And I think we have high value males here, or we have higher value insects that I think take precedent over running something like Scout Buggy. Because, like, you see in the matches, I can link climb easily, even through hand traps and stuff. Like, it's not that bad. The only hand trap that's annoying is when we get max seed. Like, that is pretty annoying. But let me know what you guys thought of the deck. I'm sorry I couldn't get even better games for you guys. I got the games I could. Like I said, it was a brand new account, but we're already at, like, mid diamond on the account. I mean, not mid diamond, Jesus, mid gold on the account. Like I said, winning most of my games. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Goodbye.